Breaking news coming in, viewers. US President Donald Trump has said that Israel and Hamas have agreed on the first phase of his Gaza peace plan, hailing it as a historic and unprecedented step towards ending the two-year-old war, which started on the 7th of October 2023. In a post on Truth Social, Trump said all of the hostages will be released very soon and Israel will withdraw its troops to an agreed-upon line, calling it the first steps towards a strong, durable and everlasting peace. Trump received a note during the White House meeting saying a Gaza deal was very close, seeking his approval for a social media post. Very close, said the note handed to Trump by US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who's seen by an AFP photographer in the room. Now, Trump in his post also thanked mediators Qatar, Egypt and Turkey, and the mediators also confirmed an agreement for the first phase of the deal. Qatari Foreign Ministry in a statement posted that an agreement was reached on all provisions and implementation mechanisms on the first phase of the Gaza ceasefire, which it said will lead towards ending the war, the release of the Israeli hostages and Palestinian prisoners, and entry of aid. The statement said the details will be announced later. The Israeli Prime Minister's office said that Benjamin Netanyahu spoke with the US President Donald Trump and the two had what it described as a very emotional and warm conversation, congratulating each other on the historic achievement of signing this agreement. Netanyahu said that it would convene the government on Thursday to approve the agreement and bring home all the hostages held by Hamas in Gaza, alive and deceased. Hamas said that it has submitted lists of Palestinian prisoners who are to be released by Israel in exchange of the hostages. A source within the group told AFP that Hamas will exchange 20 living hostages for 2,000 Palestinian prisoners as part of this first phase. A source familiar with the negotiations said that the exchange will take place within 72 hours of the implementation of the agreement, which is expected to be signed on Thursday. That is today. Now, Hamas has called on Trump and guarantor states to compel Israel to fully implement the ceasefire and not allow it to evade or procrastinate in implementing what has been agreed. So they have agreed upon the first phase. That's where things stand as of now. That's the big development at this hour. Both sides have come together. And Susan has more on this for us. She sent us this report from New York. Listen in.
President Trump has announced what he's calling, quote, a historic and unprecedented event, saying both Israel and Hamas have officially signed off on the first phase of his peace plan. According to the president, this phase includes the release of all hostages and Israeli troop withdrawal to an agreed-upon line, steps he described as the beginning of a strong, durable, and everlasting peace. The White House thanked Qatar, Egypt, and Turkey for their mediation efforts, calling it a great day for the Arab and Muslim world, Israel and the United States. The president is scheduled to visit Walter Reed Medical Center on Friday for a routine checkup and meeting with troops, and officials say that he's considering visiting the Middle East soon after. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.